Okay.
What is up, you guys?
What is up, you guys? We're here again with another top 5. I know it's one you've been waiting on. Or you might not care. Who knows?
You just hijacked my intro. Today we are doing top 5 Pixar, okay? Are you ready? I feel like this is going to be a little easier because, I mean, Disney, we're Disney people. Pixar, I feel like there's not that many that are,
But it make you
good?
sweat from your eyeballs.
It's true. They're tear jerkers. So
They
this
do.
might be hard for me. But yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe for weekly videos. And let's get a head start on this list. Are you gonna go first or what? Go.
You're going first.
Fine. Okay. Decisions must be made. Okay. Number 5 is gonna be Brave.
Brave?
Brave is
I'll be shooting from your own hand.
Oh, come on. I was supposed to say that.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's over now. It's done. Yes, Brave. I think when that movie came out, I was just so obsessed with it. I loved it. I love the storyline of her just wanting to go off and be doing archery and stuff. And people were like, no, you need to get married. And she was like, but I want to throw arrows. I want to shoot arrows. I want to shoot from my own hand. And
Oh, okay.
shit. Yeah. So I really like that arc. I really like
Story arc is what you said.
I liked that storyline, and I love the relationship between the mom and the daughter. Watching it grow throughout the movie, and the mom was like a whole bear. It was nice seeing them come together to like solve this common issue, which ended up mending their relationship. Like, just hits close to home. But yes, that's my number 5. So go ahead.
We already know. My list is going to be better.
one
Just
knows.
throwing it out there.
No.
But as I was saying, my number 5 movie is Monsters, Inc. Because Monsters, Inc., at the time it came out, was so good. It was so good. Randall, good villain. Now, we're not talking about Monsters University.
I was just going to say
Nope.
that movie was a disgrace.
Nope. And making a movie about college with monsters,
Yeah, that was just a strange storyline.
They might as well made a whole movie about student loan debt. Like, that'd have been better. But Monsters, Inc., the movie with Boo, oh my gosh, that movie was great. Kitty, come on. And then I had like little sisters at the time, so I was watching it all the time, and I was like, no, I'm too grown for this. But I was like, but it's still pretty good. You can go now, I guess.
Anyways, I do like Monsters, Inc. That is in my honorable mentions.
Oh,
But we'll leave
didn't make
those
the
towards
5.
the end of the video.
Wow.
But number 4,
That's because your list is trash.
do you want to guess?
I don't know. Toy Story?
No.
Oh, sure.
I know Toy Story was like really big for you. I just it came out the year I was born, bro. I didn't really care.
Yeah. But Aladdin came out the year I was born, and it was my favorite Disney movie.
That's true. I guess. Touche. Number 4 is Soul.
Soul?
I know.
What?
Yo, Soul took me out, bro. Soul took me out. I was sobbing. Like,
Really?
Onward had potential. I'm comparing it to Onward because it's like 2 recent
Ah,
Pixar movies.
Okay. So recency bias, guys. Recency bias.
No.
Don't get me wrong. It's a very good movie.
You gonna let me finish?
Sorry.
Thank you. Like he was saying, it was a really good movie. I think just the way that they made the movie for adults as well as kids, like watching it from an adult perspective, it got me. I was like sobbing, and I compared it to Onward because I feel like Onward wanted that reaction from people, but it fell short. Like the storyline just it wasn't as enticing or as tear jerking as we wanted it to be, at least until the end. The end made me sob, but it wasn't like a Soul sob. Soul really got in there, and the fact that it was based in New York City or Queens, one of the 5 boroughs, I'm from New York City, so it felt very close to home. So yes. Oh, and can't forget his journey of, deciding that his purpose, that he wanted to tap into his purpose and no longer just skate by doing, you know, something that he thought he should be doing, or that was like a play on his hobbies and his passions, but it wasn't fulfilling him enough. The fact that he turned away from that, from teaching, and just was like, I just want to play. I want to feel the music. And it also made me think of you.
That movie about a 40-year-old man.
No,
maybe.
like his love for music. Oh,
I do have a love for music, and I do not teach music, even though I had gotten a scholarship for music. Soul is a very good movie. I would say it's too recent for me to put in my top 5, only because it needs to have some staying power. Like, I need to be able to go a year, then watch it again and think, damn, that movie was really good. Like,
I just feel like it imprinted on me.
It imprinted, and it's weird that you compared it to Onward. Onward, for me... You
think that was weird? Because I feel like Onward was trying to have that.
No, I feel like because you're not a guy who has brothers, like, you don't understand that dynamic, like, to have lost their father. So, good pick. Onward was a good movie. Wouldn't put it in my honorable mentions.
It's not in my honorable mentions.
I wouldn't rewatch it. It was good for the moment. But for me, my number 4 is Toy Story.
I knew it.
My number 4 is Toy Story because growing up, I loved Toy Story. Everybody loves Toy Story. I only wanted to put one of the Toy Stories in my list because, like, all the storylines kind of tied together. In 3, I feel like Toy Story 3 was the best one out of the 3. However, like, we can't have Toy Story 3 in the connection to the characters without Toy Story 1. Obviously, Toy Story 1, great. The first kind of movie of its kind, really impactful, really good storyline. Buzz, we're introduced with Buzz and Woody, you know, Tom Hanks and Tim Allen. Like, the voice acting was really great in that. That's one of the reasons why it's number 4. It could have been higher if I really wanted to push and put Toy Story 3 in there, but I did not. If I count Toy Story as an arc, you know, 1, 2, 3 as an arc, and then throw it there, it's the best collection, of course.
Isn't it just like three collections in there?
It's 4 movies now because of the Spoon one. I didn't see that one because
no, but I'm saying like that's a trilogy, and then there's Cars and Planes, and that's it.
That has like sequels and trilogies.
Yeah.
Well,
because if that's just the only competition, of course that's like the best collection of movies.
Well, no, I mean, like, as an overall story, like, it would be my number 1 had not been for the impact individually of the other movies. Yeah.
Toy Story really didn't do it for me like that. I like it. Dare I say I love it, but not like top 5 worthy. But then again.
She didn't have real toys. She had a lamb.
I had toys too. Anyways. Number 3. These movies are so recent. Oh my god.
Not enough to make a story.
Okay. My number 3. Not recent, but like recent enough for you to be like, coming in at number 3. We have Inside Out.
Really?
Yes.
At number 3 for you?
Yes.
I'm curious as to what's above it. Well, I know what's above it now.
You know, you definitely know what's above it. You know I number 1. But anyways, talking about Inside Out, another tearjerker as an adult. And then I start, like, the movies that I love as an adult, I start to think, like, how would I perceive them as a child? And it just makes me love it that much more. Just watching, like, even what you said about our Disney list, like, thinking about the conversations that you can have with kids about, like, their feelings and stuff.
Of course. Big thing. Really big thing.
Even the fact that they showed the parents. Because usually I feel like Pixar movies, the parents are in the storyline, but they're like...
Oh, like some cow and chicken stuff? You never see the head.
Like, the parents don't really matter as much. They're usually like, oh no, where's my child? Aaron. Where did Aaron go? And you know.
Where did this Aaron
come
from?
I don't know. But I'm saying, like, they're usually not as integrated. Shut up. They're usually not as integrated into the storyline as they were in Inside Out.
That's very true.
Those parents were affecting that child visibly in that movie. So I really like that. I thought it was different from the other ones.
That's true. We never really talk about the effect of, like, small things in our lives, like arguments that happen in front of us, like the trauma that creates. Those are big things that we don't really necessarily even think about. Especially like you grew up in a black community, or like if you grew up in the Hispanic community. Obviously, like we grew up it's a little toughened. We believe in a little bit more of tough love. We don't really discuss our feelings. We don't really go to therapy, things of that nature. So seeing those things in a movie and understanding the little bits of things
that affect us,
that really affect us long term. Like even when you really think about it, long term for her, that entire situation, even though like we're watching like emotions doing all of this, like going back when she's an adult, she's gonna reflect on that time where she almost ran away in almost a traumatic way. Even if it ends up being a positive thing for her and she learned a lot of things, it's still gonna be an event that she needs to go back and discuss. And that's the reason why Inside Out is my number 3 movie.
Seriously?
On my list, yeah.
I didn't even get to scratch the surface on what Bing Bong did to me.
Oh, who's your friend that loves to play?
Bing Bong.
When he got left behind, bro, I didn't even have an imaginary friend, but bro, him?
I definitely had an
Like,
imaginary
he could have made it. Like, come on, just a little more. Try one more time.
Man.
No, he didn't make it. Sad, very sad.
I was sobbing. I mean, I'm sure you guys know by now, like, the tear machines
She be like,
in my eyes.
Son. That's how she be crying for real. And I just be like, eh.
And then there's just like the little Viola Davis snot.
I kind of do like the Denzel glory tale, like, nah, son, you're not going to catch me like this. You're not going to catch me like this.
Nah, but...
Get back in there, tear.
Nah. You cried more tears when we watched, what was that Shailene Woodley movie?
The Fault in Our Stars.
Yep.
It hit me
it
like...
it wasn't no
so
single
weird.
tear.
That's not related, but it did hit me like, word? I don't remember the part.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that's not related.
So we shared the same number 3. I didn't expect that.
Yeah, it was a very good movie, and like I said, the emotions part of it, the animation was very good. It was fluid.
Mm-hmm.
I was invested. When you're invested in like the characters, I wanted to see what she was gonna do, because obviously as a kid, how many times have you thought about running away when stuff got hard,
or calling 911 on your parents?
I don't know if we're going that far. But,
I don't want to be here anymore, and they're like, "Yeah, go ahead, call. Go get another family." Is that trauma?
yeah, that's the trauma we were talking about earlier, guys. But let's move on, because this is supposed to be a happy video. As you were saying, you're number 2. I'm curious.
Wait, that's all you gotta say for it? Oh, because I said the majority of it.
And it's the same movie.
No, seriously, I did not expect us to have number 3 like the same.
I didn't either, but I was surprised you put it that low. I thought you were gonna put it at number 2.
No.
So I'm curious as to what number 2 is.
So, number 2 is going to be The Incredibles. Is that your number 2 too?
It is my number 2 movie. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say.
Wait, so is our number 1 gonna be the same?
No, we're not gonna talk about that right now. We'll get there when we get there.
Oh
but
my!
Number 2,
That's great.
The Incredibles.
I really, I expected us to have some similarities just because there's only like around 25 Pixar movies. There's not a lot to choose from, and mad at them are just cars and planes. And we don't talk about those
Big
movies.
ups to Owen Wilson, but nah,
bro. There was no way those movies were gonna make it.
Bro.
Yeah. The anticipation for Incredibles 2, like, can we just talk about that for a moment? Because we waited years.
We did wait years for Incredibles 2.
Years.
But we're talking about we're not talking, are you talking about Incredibles 2 or Incredibles?
No, I'm
first
talking
one?
about Incredibles, the first one, just because I saw myself in Violet. Like, Violet was me. Me was Violet.
In that monotone voice. Hi, you want to go get a movie later?
She was like the epitome, the perfect picture of tweens.
Of emo Johnny?
Of just a shy tween that doesn't really know who they are, that's coming into their own. They're just starting to like boys and shit. And then by the end of the movie, she got all this confidence. She put her hair back and she started talking to that boy. Come on. That was mad cute. That's like the most minuscule part of that whole movie.
It really is.
It really
I'll
is.
play the popcorn.
But I just loved her. And I love the powers too. Like, little Dash being all speedy and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I love the villain come up. The fact that he was just obsessed with Mr. Incredible.
You sly dog, you caught me monologuing. He was really into it.
Remembering quotes.
Sometimes.
He was a good villain. He was entertaining to watch.
Syndrome.
Oh, and Edna? I wanted to be Edna.
And in a world with no supers, everyone's super. Edna Mud.
Edna.
Edna Mud. Beautiful darling. Darling. Darling.
I'm honestly kind of struggling to explain why Incredibles is my number 2.
The storyline itself, great. Redemption arc. Really, they thought he was cheating. But he out there trying
that was
to...
also an interesting theme.
He's trying to reinvent himself. He tried his best to fit in a place where he didn't belong. He wanted to help people. Most people, like, they want to help people, but they don't know their correct avenue. He tried to fit into a box that most people try to fit into. You know, like, I want to help people, but I'm at a job,
insurance.
9 to 5. You know, I'm in the office, in the cubicle, trying to help people. I hate my boss, blah, 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 blah. This is not reflecting to me in the educational institutions in which I am privy to be employed. However, I'm discussing...
Asterisk disclaimer. I feel like when that movie came out, I think it was 2004, that was a time where it was commonplace where adults, like...
Bro, you was 9.
No, I know. I know.
You
but
was
like,
a baby.
I really was. But like, it was commonplace for people to hate their jobs. And they stayed there for years.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, even though I was young, I remember hearing about these kinds of conversations, like whether that be at school, teachers being like, ugh, I don't want to do this anymore. Or in the news. And the fact that they showed that in the movie, I think that was a really nice little overarching theme.
In Frozone, Samuel L. Jackson as Frozone. Woman, where's my super suit? Come on. The fact that you can quote that is ridiculous. The fact that it didn't come up to mind, bro.
I really tried. I was like, what was that quote? Where's my super suit?
That was terrible. So like I was saying. So I guess, can I go for number 1?
Please. By all means.
I guess I can go for number 1.
Yeah.
Our number 1 movie, Pixar, all time, is Coco.
I fucking knew it.
Coco, come on. Recuérdame.
Oh my
Hoy
God.
me tengo que ir, mi amor. Recuérdame.
I'm adding that clip. You don't even
Come
know
on.
what's next.
Beautiful. No, the story was beautiful. The animation was off the top. The appreciation of Mexican culture. The Dia de
los Muertos.
Dia de los Muertos. I feel like the Los Muertos.
Muertos.
Los Muertos. And I've seen it spelled before, but being accurate for the Day of the Dead, which is
Dia de los Muertos.
Thank you very much. I couldn't say it, guys. It was But as I was saying, great movie, great storyline, great protagonist to follow, Miguel. The arc, I'm hoping you've seen it by now because I'm about to spoil this for ya. But like I was saying, Coco, that story arc, him trying to find his papa, find his passion. Ernesto de la Cruz.
Yeah, I forgot the first name. I was like, oh my God, I'm back.
That guy, it was honestly, she over here dying, y'all. She needs a sip of water. But like that villain, Ernesto de la Cruz, amazing. Amazing. Honestly, it was basically an animated novela.
It really was.
It really, without
the
the extra dramatics though, because you know they'd be like, Maria, oh no, they really be doing that. Just throwing it out there. Every one of them sounds like that to me.
I'm gonna use that to segue into why I love the movie, because my only understanding of Mexican culture growing up was just novelas. Like all the novelas that we watched in our household was just Mexican novelas on Univision, you know? So I knew about that. I knew a little bit about Dia de los Muertos, but nothing like concrete. So when I saw that movie was coming out, oh, okay, they coming out with a Hispanic little theme movie. I'm finna watch that to support. And then, man, that movie wrecked me. That movie wrecked me. Like, it's just so accurate. Like, I knew Hispanics have the overarching theme of like, oh, family, the overarching conception that family is such a big deal and that, you know, we care about, you know, past generations and we keep talking about past generations. But seeing it in the movie made it so much more real to me because, like, I grew up with pictures of my grandmother and my great-grandmother and my great-great-grandmother and just knowing our history in that sense and seeing pictures of them around our house and stuff. Not even because... for the same reasons that Mexicans celebrate Dia de los Muertos, like they believe that they keep them alive as long as they remember them. They remember the dead. But just seeing that theme, like it really hit home. And then just the fact that they all live together, it made me feel like I was watching a little Dominican moment too. Like I could just relate to it, even though we're from two different cultures. Like the Spanish just brought it all together, and it's just it was just such a beautiful movie, and it wrecked me.
It's not only just the movie, but the timing of the movie itself. Like at the time, like we had both lost our grandmothers
in the same year.
3
months apart.
A little less than that. It's about a month and a half. And having Coco, and you know,
just put all of those feelings,
in the forefront. And honestly, like we didn't know what was going to happen. We didn't know what to expect, obviously, but that movie, it did a lot. And I'll tell you, I was crying whole tears every little bit. I was dehydrated after that. But like obviously people who have a different impact from different, you know, cultures or things of that nature, you might have a different number one. But
yeah, maybe it's the Good Dinosaur.
We know who is the Good Dinosaur.
I don't know.
Disrespectful. I'd rather you say Cars. But that's neither here nor there. Yeah, let's get to our one honorable mention.
One?
Pick uno.
No.
Uno más.
No.
Uno más. Number 6 movie. It was going back and forth for number 5 with Monsters.
I swear to God, if we have the same one.
Oh, wow. Well, I guess what? If we do, just keep swimming.
Damn it.
You picked Finding Nemo too?
Yes.
Finding Nemo was so good. Honestly, I really want to put it at number 5. Had it not been for Monsters Inc. But
it was Finding Brave. I'll admit that.
It was better than Brave. Finding Nemo was way better than Brave. The lengths that a father would go to find his son after losing so much, he suffered a whole lot of loss. Like especially at the beginning of the movie. Like,
and he was fighting them sharks.
He was doing a lot. He was going through everything.
He was. I feel like it didn't make my top 5 because it reminds me of my mother. That overprotecting, like...
Bro, he was in a fishbowl, like, in 14 Wallaby Way, Sydney.
The fact that you remember that?
How could I forget it?
And those are our top 5 Pixar movies. Mm-hmm. Did I expect us to have the same top 3? Props not. We don't really talk about Pixar movies other than Coco, so I didn't know what to expect. What are the top 5s we finna do?
We could do top 5 Nickelodeon cartoons, Cartoon Network cartoons.
Oh, we could do that.
What do you guys think we should do?
Yeah.
Leave it in the comment section below.
I would love to continue this little top 5 series.
And continue to lose to my list. I mean, obviously you didn't lose that badly because we have the top 3.
We just have different tastes.
No, she don't got no taste. That's why she dating me, y'all.
Why
Bye.
You gotta hit him with the self-deprecating humor? Don't forget to like and subscribe for weekly videos. Let us know down below what other top 5s we should do. I don't know. I'm gonna bring them around more often.
Ow.
Soft.